In 2024, I bought hundreds of products. So today, I want to share with you my top 24 with a bonus product at the end. And no, it's not going to be all the simple things you've already seen before. These are all unique products that I use to genuinely improve my life. And I'm going to kick it off with things that I use about every once a week or so. So first up is this banana hanger, which I of course use every time I have bananas. So this thing hangs under your cabinet and basically is just a better place for you to store your bananas. Rather than putting them on the counter, you can put them on this hook, and when you're not using it, the hook hides away as well. This isn't the craziest product in the world, but I do think it's the best place to store bananas and keeps them from ripening faster. Next up is the best way to open boxes. Now, once a week is probably an understatement with this one because I receive boxes probably 3 or 4 times a week, but rather than using something sharp like a box cutter or scissors, this is a micro blade. It's nice and safe because the blade on it is so small that even if you tried, you couldn't hurt yourself with this blade right here, and it's ambidextrous and it's safe for kids, so it's my favorite way to open boxes. At number 22, we have a bit of an emergency product, so hopefully you don't have to use this one once a week. This is a portable power station that basically, if your power goes out, can power all sorts of different devices for your home. Now, the one I'm showing here is a bit smaller, which makes it nice and portable and compact, and it can still power your devices for multiple hours if the power goes out, but depending on how often your power goes out, you can buy larger and larger ones that will power it for longer. This next gadget I use every time I go grocery shopping. This is the click and carry, and it's basically just a better way to bring all of your grocery bags inside. So to use it, you basically just twist it open, store those bags onto it, and it can hold up to 80 pounds of bags and a whole bunch of them as well. It clicks shut, and then it's got a really nice grip to hold these bags, or you can even throw it over your shoulder to carry it more conveniently. At number 20 is one I like to use once a week to keep my shoes in really good condition. These are the Sneakerasers, and I've never found a better way to keep cleaning my shoes. So basically, you take these, you add a little bit of water, and then you start scrubbing with the white side of the sponge right there onto your shoes until you've collected all the dirt. Use the orange side to kind of finish it off, and then before you know it, your shoes and the soles on them look brand new again. It's crazy how quickly it works. Now, product number 19, I happen to use a little bit more than once a week, but hopefully it's less for you. This is the best stain remover I have ever tested. Now, genuinely, I spill on myself almost every single meal that I eat. It's kind of a problem, and so I've been looking for the best stain remover, and thankfully this one's really easy because you just wet your shirt, spray it on, wash it in the regular laundry, and every time the stain comes completely out. It surprises me every time that I can still keep wearing those clothes. Now we're moving into products that I use at least a couple times a week. And at number 18, we have this convertible ping pong pool dining table. And yeah, this one's really awesome because as you can see, it looks just like a pool table, but if you slide in a couple of pieces, you can pretty much immediately turn it into a ping pong table with the net, or flip that over and turn it into a dining table that can actually sit 6 people at it, and the benches are also used for storage of everything. At number 17 is a kitchen gadget that I recently purchased and I've been using a lot for breakfast, for dinner, all sorts of different meals. So this is basically an indoor grill that also has a griddle attachment with it. Now, if you missed my previous YouTube video on this one, I'll put a link to it up there for you so you can go check it out. But you can basically grill anything from steaks and burgers, or flip it over to the griddle and make anything from pancakes, bacon, and eggs. You can basically just make all sorts of meals on it, and it works incredible for all of them. I wake up with allergies most days, and so number 16 is something that I use, again, pretty frequently. It's a previous Shark Tank product, and they're called the BoomBoom Sticks. Now, basically with these, you kind of just put them in your nose and inhale a little bit. It's got basically like a menthol scent to it, so it immediately clears up your airways in your entire nose and your sinuses, and it really hits you. It's kind of shocking the first time you use it. And at number 15, if I'm not using that griddle that I mentioned before, I'm usually using this one in my kitchen. And no, this video is not sponsored by Ninja. I just happen to love and review many of their products. This is their 10-in-1 Foodi. And this thing can do all sorts of different things, from air frying to baking to dehydrating. And without giving you the details on all 10 of the functions, just know I replaced my previous toaster oven with this one. And if you do want to see my full review on this one, I'll also put the link to that right there. Number 14 has been my favorite salt and pepper pepper dispensers for quite a while now. And that's because they're gravity salt and pepper dispensers. Yes, that's as cool as it sounds. Basically with these, after you fill them up with salt and pepper or whatever you want to put inside and throw in a few batteries, you just turn them upside down to start grinding, and you can actually control how fine or thin you want the pepper or salt to grind too. They're super easy to use, and because you don't have to use two hands, you can have one of your hands dirty with raw meat or anything like that and still grind salt and pepper. Number 13 is one of my favorite luxury products, and it's this inflatable hot tub that can fit 4 to 6 people comfortably. Now, I pretty much use this hot tub every single day after I go to the gym, which is about 4 times a week, so I'm using this thing pretty frequently. It has really nice air jets inside, it comes with 2 cup holders to store your drinks, and it has a cover to keep it insulated and warm while you're not using it. I also love how quickly it inflates and sets up. And now finally, we're into the category of products that I use quite literally every single day. And at number 12, we've got this mouthwash dispenser. Now, after filling this one up, it basically automatically dispenses mouthwash just by taking one of the 2 containers on top and putting it in the little section down there. It's gonna ask you how much you want ahead of time with a little button, and then it fills it for you automatically. Kind of magnetizes to the gadget, and it's really fun to use and also just a convenient way to grab mouthwash. Number 11 has quickly become my favorite pillow in my bed, and just by looking at it, I'm sure you can understand why. It's a full-sized body pillow that takes up honestly a bit too much of my bed, but then you can sleep on it in so many different positions, and it's really comfortable to have that whole body pillow that you're actually sleeping on top of. I love that you can also fold up the arm, so if you want to read or watch TV, it's perfect for something like that, and it's all machine washable. The parts come off to be washed. Number 10 has been a much needed upgrade to my shower. Now, I've always dreamed of having a shower with 2 or 3 or 4 shower heads, and this was basically the easiest way I could get to that point. So basically with this, you twist off your current shower head and you install this new one. It honestly took about 5 minutes to set up, and then you have 2 shower heads instead of 1. They can be controlled individually, and they have a couple of different settings on them as well. It's a really easy and awesome upgrade. I hate when my water bottle doesn't have cold water, and this was the easiest way to fix that. So at number 9, we have an ice machine. And I personally keep this in my office so that I don't have to go downstairs to the fridge to get ice whenever I want it. It's about as easy to use as you'd think. You basically just fill it up with water, click one button, and in a couple minutes it starts making ice. It does take about 30 minutes to fill the whole thing with ice, but in about 8-9 minutes you're gonna have enough for a cup of water, and I usually just plan ahead of time. Product number 8 is one I didn't think we'd use as much as we do, and it's this indoor clothesline that's also retractable. So with this one, you kind of screw it into 2 sides of your laundry room or wherever you want to hold clothes, and it's going to give you this 15-foot long retractable clothesline that you can then put any sort of clothes that you want onto it. It's really convenient, it's out of the way when we're not using it, and we find ourselves drying things on it pretty much 24/7. Product number 7 dramatically improved the airflow in the upstairs of our house. During the summer, we basically were not getting any air through our upstairs vents, and the top floor of our home was significantly warmer than the middle floor and our basement, so we bought these air vents. Now, these are really easy to assemble also. You basically just take out your old vents, slip this one in, and plug it in, and then you can control all sorts of things. They have fans built in on the inside of them so that you can basically power that air through much stronger than it would have came on its own. Imagine kind of the airflow in your room with and without your ceiling fan. That's kind of the difference, but for every vent in your home. And I love that you can also control it from your phone. Now, product number 6, we all use batteries every day, and I was sick of buying new batteries all the time. So these are rechargeable batteries. Now, I've bought these in all sorts of different brands, and all of them have worked super well for me, so you can kind of go with any of them that you want that you can find. I recently just added more of these from Amazon Basics because they're nice and cheap and still work well. But reusable batteries are basically as you'd expect. You can use them, and then once you die, you throw them in some sort of charger, whether that's directly plugged plugging them in or another external charging device that you have to get for some of them. And then you can continue to reuse them over and over and over again. Product number 5, it's a little bit embarrassing how much we use this product. And that's because it's a phone holder for our shower, which we did not expect to like as much as we do. This thing basically just attaches onto your wall, it sticks there, and then you can throw your phone inside and it keeps it nice and waterproof. You can spin it vertically and horizontally, and even if your hands get wet, you can go ahead and use them right through the shower phone holder. It's pretty awesome for watching YouTube, Netflix, TikTok, anything you want while you're actually in the shower to give you a little bit of entertainment. Product number 4 is a bit futuristic looking, and that's because it kind of is. It's this automatic paper towel dispenser, and I've really just got to show you this one. So once you attach this under your cabinet and you throw in your paper towel roll, it first learns how much paper towel you want to come at a time by you tearing one sheet, and then it mimics that every other time. You can also hold your hand there to get out as much paper towel as you want, and once you let go, that paper towel goes back in so you don't waste any. Product number 3 I use every single time I'm cooking, and it's this oil sprayer that's not just an oil sprayer. So obviously you fill this with oil like any other oil sprayer, and then you can click the button on the back to spray oil, but it also has this tab you can open to then pour oil if you want to do that. I love that it doubles as both because you don't always want one or the other, and having both in the same gadget just saves space and is a lot easier. Product number 2 doubles with that ice machine I was talking about earlier, but I actually use it even more. And that's because it's a full standing water dispenser that I also keep in my office. Now with this one, a 5-gallon water jug goes on the inside, and then you can turn on some switches to turn on the cold and hot water. Yes, you heard me right. You can get room temperature water, you can get cold water for that water bottle, or you can get boiling hot water, which I use pretty much every morning to make tea. It's basically my way of having instant hot water, which I don't have in my home anywhere else. And now for product number 1 before our final bonus product. I had to put this number 1 because I use this product for like 12 hours a day. And that's because it's a charging stand and organizer for my desk. I actually have it right in front of me right now. My phone sits on it at all times. So it plugs in with one cord in the back, and then your phone wirelessly charges on its stand right here. It's really convenient because I can still use my phone, look at my phone, see all my notifications while it's charging on the stand right there, and it holds everything I need for my desk. Those pens, ibuprofen, some fidget gadgets, basically anything I want to put inside of it, I'm constantly using this gadget. And finally, our bonus product, which I had to save for last because genuinely it's my favorite product of 2024, and it's the Ninja Creami. If you've seen any of my content in the past, you know that I absolutely love this gadget. And basically what it does is you fill a container overnight with any sort of milk or dairy-based ingredients, and then the next day, the Ninja Creami turns it into ice cream. And yes, it's real ice cream. I have an ice cream addiction. It's incredibly good ice cream. And probably my favorite part about it is that I can make that ice cream healthier or high protein or however you want to make that ice cream. I make like 200 calorie pints of ice cream with 30 grams of protein, and I have that every day as a protein shake. In fact, I have an entire playlist of Ninja Creami recipes that I've tested that you can go ahead and check out right here if you're interested in seeing me try them. But before you click that, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video. It helps support my page a ton, and I really appreciate it.